Returnal, by all accounts, was a good game. I haven't played it, partially because I don't have a PS5, partially because... well, actually, I probably would have played it by now if it was on PC already. And that right there is why porting games to other platforms is a good thing. Why hold a piece of art hostage simply because you can? Or simply because you want to annoy me by trying to entice me with a piece of hardware I'm never going to buy? Sony has finally snapped out of the illusion that they can sell an infinite number of PlayStations basically just by yelling exclusive at you, and that's led to games like Spider-Man and God of War being huge sales successes. Plus, other games like Days Gone and Death Stranding have basically found a new lease on life thanks to the Steam community. If you're a fan of Sony, there really isn't any downside to them doing this because they're bringing more attention to good games while also marketing to an audience that was never going to buy their console in the first place. But given that this is the year 2023, the internet is not allowed to see logic in such things. Returnal launched on PC today, and the PlayStation fanboys were locked and loaded with their usual retorts. So welcome to another episode of Sony Does Thing, PlayStation Fanboys Protest. And let's see how many more episodes of this series I can get through before the country implodes.
Did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
I do want to point out the bizarre fact that just about every non-US PlayStation Twitter account is promoting this game. Like, I've seen posts from PlayStation India, PlayStation UK, but at the time that I'm making this video, the game has been out on Steam for a few hours, and the main PlayStation Twitter has barely said a word about it. Like, I'll never understand why Sony remains so allergic to easy money like this. Like, literally just make a couple tweets on the main PlayStation account and you'll shoot to the top of Steam for at least a day or two. Also, if you marketed the game more, I'd have a much easier time getting screenshots for this video because I could just look through your replies, but no, you just had to make me work for another 10 minutes to find these. Stop saying that like it's a good thing. You're giving all your exclusives to PC. God, Sony fanboys are fucking delusional. Like, not only do you actively campaign for non-Sony players to not get access to good games, not only do you actively campaign for development studios to be artificially restricted to Sony's hardware, but you also actively campaign for Sony to lose money if they commit the great sin of, checks notes, doing something you don't like. I have no trouble calling the PlayStation community the most entitled and arrogant in all of gaming. Every fanbase has its fair share of weirdos out there, but the PlayStation community is the only one that actively wishes for such obviously negative things. All because they just want more of that only on PlayStation sticker. I implore you not to play this on KBM. You will lose out on an enormous amount of the feel of the game if you don't get the haptics and adaptive triggers from the DualSense.
I implore you think about this.
You implore me?
I love how you seem to think the PlayStation controller vibrating a certain way somehow contributes more to the experience than the actual control you have over your character. Like, this is a shooting game. Why would I not use mouse and keyboard if I have that option? Why would I sacrifice more precise control of my character just for the sake of triggers doing a little dance from time to time? Like, if you want to use a controller, but PlayStation fans seem to think their controller is way more essential than it actually is. No one cares, at least should have added Steam Deck support. So, you care. Right? The Last of Us at 9 and it doesn't come out for a month. Returnal will never get the love from the filthy casuals. Yeah, because this screenshot is super honest. 781 titles excluded based on your preferences. Yeah, that's not weird. That's not hiding anything. Like, it seems that you hit the hide free-to-play items button, but even still, when I do that, it only hides 327 items. Also, when I do the exact thing that this screenshot apparently is doing, Returnal's at number 5, and Last of Us is at, like, 17. And it's being outsold by fucking Back 4 Blood, which is totally irrelevant to the conversation, and I just think it's funny. So maybe don't be such a fucking whiner baby.
Whiner babies.
Hopefully the game gets pirated and torrent courtesy of a PlayStation gamer. The enemy is PC. It's a threat to our platform and community. Bro, you're still doing this? Overrated game. Get boring quick IMO. PlayStation fans play a non-handholdy game challenge impossible 100% fail. I tried it last week. Didn't like it. Was too punishing. And why was it difficult at the very start? PlayStation fans play a non-handholdy game challenge impossible. I heard you cannot save the game and you have to keep playing, and since it's roguelike, it punishes you. Sounds like it's not for everyone. The masterpiece comments seem overrated. PlayStation fans play a non-handholdy game. No reason to buy a PS5, LMAO. So, Returnal is where you draw the line. Got it. I mean, this game sold 500,000 copies on PS5, and there are currently about 30 million PS5s out in the wild. So, no to what you just said? Also, if this one game was the reason to buy a PlayStation 5, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Maybe that's actually kind of a huge ripoff. Yeah, nobody cares. Bloodborne.
Bring
Bloodborne.
to me.
I am sure this game will be popular during Steam sales. And, you know, right now. I'm pretty surprised that you didn't do more to generate some excitement. You could have at least posted some high-res screenshots, widescreen gameplay videos, etc., but it has been incredibly quiet. Yeah, that's true. They know the game is mid. But by all means, hype up Naughty Dog games. Those are great. Jesus, I don't even know how to end this one. I don't know how to end videos like this at this point. I mean, I'll happily pick up Returnal. I'll give it a shot. It seems like it would be up my alley. I like roguelikes, or roguelites, whichever one this technically is. I honestly don't know the difference. And I like eye candy shooters, so I might as well give this one a go. And if you're a Sony fan, just be happy that your favorite company is expanding their audience to include people who can't so easily be bought with an overpriced plastic box. Maybe that's why they get so upset about this. Whenever PlayStation games go to PC, you see a legion of people so upset about it. And at first, I thought it was just because they're so married to the machine that they bought. And I'm sure that a lot of them are like that. But maybe for some of these people, the anger comes from the fact that you're now seeing how fucking stupid console exclusivity is. It's being thrown at your face from like a pitching machine in a batting cage. It's just like, look at how pointless your machine is. There really is no reason to be so upset about PC ports. If a handful of games going to PC is enough to make you see your own platform as obsolete or see it as like an attack on the purchase that you made, maybe you just made a bad purchase. Because literally everyone benefits from this. Sony gets more money, gamers get more options, developers get a larger community. Like, everyone wins. Except you, apparently. For reasons that you invented. So just stop. Or keep doing it, because then I make money off you in videos like this. Anyways, toodles.